Hey besties, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shane. I am back with another video. As y'all can see by the title, we're going to be talking about all the books that I read in September. We're going to do my September wrap up. It was, I want to say like a slow month, but like this is kind of like the range of how much I always read. I think most of my wrap ups I've read about like 6 to 7 books. The only one that I went above and beyond was, I don't even remember what month it was, but it was a few months ago and I read like 15, 16 books that month. But this month was not that case. I think I read 11, maybe 10 or 11. So we're just gonna go through and talk about all the books that I read this month. Okay. So before we get into the first one of the physical copy, let me go through and show you what we read. I got some library books, but you know, gotta return those, so I had to return it. So we read a total of 11 books this month, and I'm gonna work up all the analytics, like all the genres, the pages, all of that, and I'll add it. But let's go through the first one. So the first one is The Bastard King, which I got on my Kindle as an ARC, and I rated that one 3 stars. It was a pretty decent book. It was some things that could have been better, could have been different, but overall it was a good book. It had me not like this, but it had my attention into the end. It took me a minute to get through, but whenever I was reading it, I was flying through it like this. So it was a pretty good read. 3 stars. That was the first book. The second book was Lock Every Door, which I rated 4 stars. It was really good. That was a library book, so I wasn't able to physically have it for you guys, sadly, but I liked that book a lot. Basically it's about an apartment and its secrets, and a girl went to work there, and yeah, it just kind of shows what she went through while she was living in this apartment, trying to uncover different secrets. So yeah, that was pretty good. And then, okay, so I'm in the middle of Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. This is another library book. I'm on page, let's see, 103, and it's 140 something pages. So I am going to finish this today, but I wanted to get this video recorded before it started to get dark, so I'm gonna talk about it now. Right now, at this current moment in time, I'm leaning towards a 4 stars for this book. If it changes, I will put it on the screen somewhere, but I'm enjoying this. I really wish I would have just bought the book when I had the opportunity to buy the book, because there's been points in here where I wanted to underline it. It's nothing like, it's not really like too much to it. I just like the journey that we're going on through, and it really, like, it speaks to me a little bit. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing like the character development and the journey that the main character is going through in this, and like the people that she's surrounded with, like the changes that they go through. So it's a really good book to me. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to finish it, but I don't want to talk too much, and I can't really give a for sure rating, but I'm leaning towards a 4 at the moment. Okay, here goes. These are the 2 books that I read in my Read It or Haul It that should be up. Not even should be, that is up right now. The first one is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Look at this rematch. Like, I love this book. It was so good to me. Pretty much it's about a witch, and she posts videos pretending to be a witch, and somebody saw her out for a reason that I'm not going to talk about because it's pretty much the point of the book. And so she goes to meet the person, and it goes from there. But It was a good book. I like this book. It fits the fall coming into October, the witchy vibe. So it was really cute. I was really enjoying it. I really liked this. So yeah, I gave this one, let's see, what did I rate it? Oh, 3 stars. I say like 3.5, 3.25, something of the sort. It was pretty good. You'll see my actual rating. I don't remember exactly what I rated it, but if you watch the Read It or Haul It, you'll see the exact rating that I gave it. But I'm saying like a 3.5-ish, around that range. So pretty good. And then the next book I read in that video was 1,000 Heartbeats. I love this book. It was pretty thick, but I read it within like 2 to 3 days. Anytime that I was putting the book down, I was ready to pick the book right back up. Like, it was not a moment where this book wasn't in my hand. I was listening to it on drives. I was making sure I was reading along with the audio book. Like, I was reading this so much. I was just enthralled in it. I loved it. It's about, I don't want to talk too much what it's about. I hope I don't ruin, hope I don't spoil it, but she is a princess and there's a man who wants to overtake her kingdom or whatever, and they basically go, and it just talks about him trying to take over and like what she has to do to save her kingdom. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm really not liking the lighting. I'm so sorry if the lighting is like bad. I'll try to fix it with editing, but I don't know how good it's gonna come out. Hi. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, the next one, this next book I read in my 24-hour readathon. That is also up on my page now. The first one is Bridge of Souls. And I don't remember what I rated this actually. Let's see. Bridge of Souls, I rated 3 stars. Ow, Bella! Bridge of Souls, I rated 3 stars. It was a pretty good book. The whole time she was like running from death. So it was just about her trying to escape death and save her friends. So yeah, I can't really, if I say any more I might ruin the whole thing. But I think this wasn't the first book in a series. I think it was like a third. I didn't know this was a series when I read it. I don't feel like I needed to read the first 2 to understand this, but I feel like if I read the first 2 I would have more context of who everybody was. But I don't care enough to go back and read the first 2, so yeah. But this was like a 3 star. And then in that same video I read Komi Can't Communicate, and I think I gave it like a 3 star. Oh, I didn't give it no stars. It was like a 3 star. It was decent. Would I pick up the second volume? Probably, because it was easy to read. It took me like an hour. But was it like a masterpiece that I just have to tell people about? No. It was pretty good though. But it's literally about what the title says. She can't communicate, and there she's trying to learn how to communicate through the whole thing. And then in that same video I read The Nanny, and let me tell you, I love this book. Like, it wasn't like 5-star feelings, but it was a good book. I gave it 3. It was like a 3.75. I really did enjoy this book. The daughter in here, it is a daughter in here. She was the cutest little thing. But I love the relationship between the male and the female main character. And I love the side character. One of them, she got on my nerves. But the other one, I loved her to death. I forgot what her name was, but she's a little old lady. And I loved her so much. She was so funny. But this book was pretty good. If you ever want to pick it up, you should. It's literally, the girl needed a job and he needed a nanny. And then the final book I read in that video was Brutal Prince. And this junk was crazy, okay? I'm not that big on like darker romances anymore. I used to love it, but every once in a while a little dark romance here or there is fine. And this one was good. I gave this one, I think I was leaning towards a 3.5. So yeah, I rated this one 3 stars on Goodreads, but I think it was like a 3.5. I didn't like it better than The Nanny. The Nanny, it had me giggling and stuff. This one though, I was like, whew, what just happened? So like, yeah, it was pretty good. The girl set his house on fire and caused herself to have to be in an arranged marriage. So yeah, and then some stuff happened after they got married. She crazy, and there's a reason there's strawberries on here. She's crazy. But yeah, so it was really good. If you have not read it and you're into spice and you're into dark romances, this is a good read. And then the final 2 books I read this month was Turtles All the Way Down. I finally finished this one. It took me forever. I started it months ago and I finally finished it with audiobook this month. I don't even know what I rated it. It got a 3-star rating. I say more of like a 2.75. I don't really care for this book at all. I'm happy I read it, and I'm gonna watch the movie to it now because I read it, but I don't really care for this book. I honestly don't even remember what happened, but I do remember them solving the mystery of this book. It is a little bit of a mystery of this book, trying to figure it out, but it just talked too much about, yeah, it talked too much about the spiral of her own thoughts that it says on this back of the book, and I was just like, I don't want to hear it no more. But I got through it. I finished it. It's done. Final book, and I loved it. This was the first one I finished this month because I started it last month. Well, this is the first one I finished in September because I started in August. And it was a novel love story. And I love this book. I would have finished it in August, but I didn't because I started it like, I did like a 24-hour readathon, I think. Well, I was trying to do a 24-hour readathon with this one, and I wasn't able to finish it early enough. So it got finished this month, but it was really good. I really did love this book. It was really cute. Some people don't like it. Some people say that there wasn't really build up with the chemistry. I feel like, personally, I feel like it was build up. It was just more of a like, I don't know. I guess maybe it wasn't, but I think it was. Like, I like the way that the relationship in here came to be. So some people don't, but I do. I like it. I feel like it was cute, and yeah, so this one was really cute. It's pretty much the premise of this is she ends up in her favorite book town, and once she realizes it, she just like gets excited, and she just lives for it for the few days that she's in this town. And then everything starts kind of going downhill, and that's all I'm gonna say. So those were the 10 books I think I said. 11 books that I read in September. It wasn't the best of best reading months, but I did read more than my normal amount of reading, so I'm proud of that, and I'm so happy to be doing this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you can see every time I post a new video. Don't you want to join the family? You need to. We want you here. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for my next video, and without further ado, I'm going to end this video here. Love you guys.